Buongiorno a tutti, oggi sto per fare un video su un tema che io credo sia molto utile. Sto per spiegare una struttura linguistica in italiano che si usa molto. Okay, everyone, so today I'm going to be looking at an Italian linguistic structure. Okay, so this is a way of saying something in Italian which hopefully will be quite useful. So I used it there in my introduction. Sto per spiegarvi qualcosa. I am about to explain something to you which hopefully will be quite useful. Let's think of some other examples. Sto per esempio, sto per bere un caffè. Sto per scrivere qualcosa. Sto per scrivere. Sto per fare una cosa. I am about to write a letter. I am about to drink a coffee. I'm about to translate a text. Something that is imminently going to happen. Okay, so with this, you need to know how to conjugate the verb stare. Okay, so that's what we're going to do on my whiteboard here. So let's see. So the verb stare. So you'll probably be familiar with how to say, for example, sto bene. Io sto bene. Come stai? Sto bene, non sto bene, sto benissimo, sto male, etc. So this verb stare, if nothing else, you will have learnt when asking someone how they are. So instead of saying sono bene, which is from the verb essere, which also translates as to be, you use the verb stare when asking someone how they are. So this is another one of these specific uses of this verb. So io sto bene, per esempio. The first person conjugation is sto. The second person, the you informal, is stai. Lui, lei, sta, he or she is, if you like. Or it could be the lei formal form, so that's always the third person singular. Sto, stai, sta. Noi stiamo. Voi state. Per esempio, come state? Voi, come state? Bene? Spero di sì. Sto, stai, sta, they're all the singular forms. Then we get on to the we, you, plural, and they forms. So anyone know what the next one is? It has this stuff at the beginning. Stanno, due N, with two N's. So if ever you're asking someone, this is like an aside from the main point, but if ever you're asking someone how they are, if you know them, you say come stai. If you're asking in a formal way, like the polite way, someone you don't know, come sta. That can also mean how is he, how is she. For example, tuo ragazzo, tuo figlio come sta? Mirella, come sta? If you're asking how are you all, like I just did, how is everyone watching the video? Come state? And you could reply, sto bene, etc. So that's the verb stare, which is also used for other things, right? But in this video, we're going to look at how you say, I am about to do something. So I'm about to start the lesson. I'm about to explain something to you. I'm about to go out. I'm about to eat, for example. So what you need to do is know the conjugations of this verb in the present tense to start with, but you can also conjugate it, say, in the imperfect. I was about to do something when, that kind of thing. Sto. The next thing you need is the preposition per, okay? Sto per. Sometimes I can do the R rolling thing, sometimes I can't, dipende. Sto per, eccolo. Sto per esempio, sto per mangiare. I am about to eat. Sto per partire. I'm about to leave. Sto per bere un caffè. Bere. Sto per prendere il treno. So hopefully what you can see here is that all the verbs here are in their infinitive form. That's the form that you'll see in a dictionary, unconjugated. So stare is the infinitive form of the verb stare, whereas these are conjugations in the present tense. So present tense conjugation of stare would be sto in the io, I form. We call that the first person singular. So these are all the singular forms. These are all the plural forms because we have more than one person as the subject. We, you, plural, or they. I, you, he, she, or the formal they. Okay, so you should sort of be familiar with all of that, but hopefully that will help if you're not quite sure. So you have the conjugated form of stare, then the preposition per, which normally translates into English as for. But here it just performs a function, okay, so don't worry about translating it. Sto per mangiare, these are the infinitive verbs. We've got an ARE verb, we've got an IRE verb, and a couple of ERE verbs. These are the regular three types of verbs in their infinitive form: ARE, IRE, and ERE endings. Sometimes, however, you will come across or use verbs that don't end in quite the same way. For example, here's one that's pertinent to me. Tradurre. Per esempio, io sto per tradurre un testo. I'm about to translate a text. Okay, so that's what we're looking at today. Now, we're just going to look at the present tense, and I do have some examples here, which hopefully you'll see, although I'm having a bit of an issue with reflections at the moment. It's very sunny outside, and I've moved my desk in front of the window with the blinds down, and I have a little light here to try and shed some light, but you might see some reflections. So sorry about that, but it's not really a massive problem. So let's have a look at this. Il treno, something, partire. Il treno, so we're talking about the train. The train, and then we've got this infinitive verb at the end, partire. Il treno, something, partire. Okay, so if this is the third person, we're talking about the train, it. Okay, remember in Italian, il treno is basically a masculine object. So when we're talking about it, it's as if we're talking about him. It's the third person. So the train is about to leave, to leave. The train is about to leave. We need the third person singular conjugation, eccomi, here I am, of stare, sta, il treno sta, and then what's the next thing we need? The preposition per. Il treno sta per partire. I'm aware that the reflection is making that a bit difficult to see, so this will just require me to play around a little bit. Okay, il treno sta per partire. The train is about to leave. Opposingly, you could say the train is about to arrive. How would you say it? So the thing that changes is the infinitive verb to arrive. Il treno sta per arrivare. Ah, eccolo, è arrivato. Here it is, it's arrived. So let's try and complete the rest of these. And let me just move that over there. So hopefully this is something you'll cotton on to quickly. Members of my Italian club will receive the handout, which is here. Eccolo. You've got an explanation of how this is formed, the conjugation, plus some examples of infinitive verbs. For example, sto per partire, I'm about to leave. Stiamo per partire, we're about to leave. Then you've got some missing words, okay? So you might be missing the stare conjugation, you might be missing the per preposition, or you might be missing the infinitive verb. Then we have some translations, and we have some little phrases for you to translate, so that by the end of doing this exercise or listening to the video, watching the video, you'll be able to do this very well. Ok, il treno sta per partire, il treno sta per arrivare, noi something mangiare. So what the sentence is here is, we are about to eat. We, so noi. We need stare in the noi form, so that's the first person plural. Now remember, verbs that are in the noi form, in the present tense, end with iamo. So if you know the verb stare, you might be able to guess stiamo. Stiamo. Noi stiamo, and then what was the preposition that we need? Per, okay. Noi stiamo per mangiare. We're about to eat. Okay, what's this next one? This is dove sei. Dove sei? Io is in brackets, so that's the subject. Io something cominciare. For example, where are you? I'm about to start my lesson. Sto per, I am about to. Sto per cominciare la lezione. E dove sei? Okay, let's have a look at this last one here. Voi. So voi tells you that the subject is you plural, so we need the you plural form of the verb stare in the present tense. State. And then what's the next bit? Preposition per. State per. And what's the last bit? State per uscire. Voi state per uscire. You guys are about to go out. Uscire, not something we can do a lot at the moment because of the lockdown, here in the UK at least. State per uscire, you're about to go out. Okay, let's look at this last one. Loro. Okay, so the subject here is talking about they. It could be I ragazzi, it could be le ragazze, le donne, Mirella e Sergio. It could be names of people, or it could just be talking about a group of people, or it could just be loro. Okay, loro. So we need the they form of the verb stare, which is stanno, a little bit irregular there, stanno per, they are about to arrive. That's a nice thing, isn't it? Maybe if you've had some guests at Christmas. Stanno per arrivare. What about if we're saying they're about to leave? They're about to leave. What changes? Cambia una cosa. Il verbo all'infinito. So the infinitive verb is the part that changes there. Stanno per partire. Stanno per andare via. They're about to go away. They're about to go out. Uscire. Okay, so with this, let me just zoom in a bit now. Stanno per partire, stanno per uscire, stanno per andare. So the main thing here is that the verb that you conjugate is not the last verb. We're about to go, we're about to eat, we're about to drink, we're about to leave. That bit just stays in the infinitive form. So you need to know the infinitive form of the verb, which you probably do. The bit that you need to conjugate to change into the appropriate form is the verb stare, and this is a useful one to conjugate because it can be used elsewhere. In fact, the next video I do in February 2021 will be about stare plus the gerund form. So not to be confused with stare per plus the infinitive. So sto, io sto per finire la lezione. Stai per iscriverti al mio canale. Mio marito sta per arrivare a casa. Stiamo per scrivere qualcosa in italiano. Voi state per dammi un like. e loro stanno per mangiare, pranzare. Okay, so that's the conjugations of the verb stare plus the preposition per and then an infinitive verb, and that's how you say I am about to do something or we're about to do something, on the verge of something happening. So, grazie mille. If you're already a member of my club, you'll be getting a digital copy of this handout with some exercises and a link to the video for your reference. If you're not already a member, you can take advantage of an offer that I'm running at the moment where you can buy a 12-month membership of my Italian club, and that will get you a monthly handout to your email, so you don't even have to do anything, you just have to pay for the membership and I'll put you on my membership list. You'll get a copy of this handout which you can keep, you can use, you can practice with, and also a link to the monthly video that I record. And of course you can leave comments under the video, or you can even email me, get in contact if you have any questions, and you also receive an exclusive discount on blocks of one-to-one or group tuition via Skype. So you can get a membership of my club for £40, so that's quite low cost for 12 bespoke handouts and video links which you can refer to at any time, and you can watch obviously from the comfort of your own home or anywhere you are. So that's £40 per year, and that offer is running until the end of January 2021. So please feel free to get in touch, doesn't matter where you are in the world. You can just follow a little PayPal link, so feel free to send me a message or to leave me a comment on my YouTube channel. Otherwise, you can email me at morelanguagesolutions@gmail.com. That's more, as in my surname, morelanguagesolutions@gmail.com. So my contact details, my Facebook pages, and my website are all under the video. More Language Solutions, MOORE, languagesolutions@gmail.com. Io sto per mangiare qualcosa, sto per finire la lezione e sto per mandarvi questo documento che va con il video. Grazie mille e ci vediamo la prossima volta. Ciao!